But I want to tell you, maybe to share with you a little bit of the stories about the miracles that happened to us during the 12-day war, or the 2.5 years of war against 7 enemies on 7 fronts. And one of the stories actually began 10 years ago when a young analyst in the Mossad watched the pictures from Lebanon of Hezbollah's operators, and she noticed that every Hezbollah operator carried a walkie-talkie on his chest. So she came to her officer and she asked him, listen, what do you think? Let's make a scam and try and go to, we'll create like a shell company in Germany that will work with a company, a small company in Taiwan. We will buy thousands of walkie-talkies. We will put C4, like explosive, in it, and we will sell it to Hezbollah. And indeed, he said, okay, let's do it. And for 10 years, they managed to orchestrate all that, and Hezbollah ordered thousands of walkie-talkies from this shell company in Germany, who bought it in Taiwan, who got it from Israel, and for 10 years, they were carrying these walkie-talkies on them. 10 years. Now, the problem was that during the war, Nasrallah became suspicious. And he thought, maybe the Israelis, they'll do something, they've done something with the walkie-talkies. So he gave an order to put aside the walkie-talkies and to go to low-tech and order pagers. Now, who in the world holds thousands of pagers? So the Israeli Mossad, in a short time, had to order thousands of pagers, put C4 in them, and send them to the shell company in Germany, who bought it from Taiwan, who got it from Israel. And in just a couple of days, Hezbollah ordered the pagers and gave it to all their people. Now, in the midst of September 2024 of last year, Nasrallah became even more suspicious. And he gave the order to his soldiers to, in 3 days' time, you get rid of all the pagers even, and we're going to a direct communication. Because he saw this is what Yahya Sinwar did before in Gaza, and he said, we will leave the pagers out, we will go to direct communication. So the Prime Minister of Israel had to give an order to immediately activate the pagers. And indeed, thousands of Hezbollah operators, well, they've lost their ability to function in Hezbollah and to pose a threat to Israel in just a couple of seconds. But that's just the beginning of the miracle. Because the day after, one day after, we were watching all the funerals of all the Hezbollah operators who died at this miraculous explosion. And suddenly, what do we see? We see that they took out all of the walkie-talkies that they put aside before because they lost all their pagers, and they started to use the walkie-talkies. So the day after, at the funerals of those who died yesterday, all the thousands of walkie-talkies exploded again. That's the second part of the miracle. Yeah, you can clap. You can. That's a reason. That's a good reason enough. The day after, Nasrallah didn't know what to do. He gave an order to all his 20 top generals to assemble at a secret apartment in Beirut. And guess what happened? Not pagers, not walkie-talkies. A simple Israeli jet went from Israel to Beirut and bombed this apartment. And in just basically 3 days, all of the operators of Hezbollah and all the top generals of Hezbollah perished in 3 days without a single Israeli soldier was hurt. 7 days after that, on the 27th of September 2024, Prime Minister Netanyahu went to the UN General Assembly in New York. And he was giving his speech, talking about the vision of blessing versus the vision of curse of our enemies. And as he was finishing his speech, he went to the back room and he gave the order at 6 o'clock in the evening, 6:20, and Israeli jets left Israel and bombed the bunker where Nasrallah was. And in basically 10 days, we've managed to take the biggest enemy, the biggest army force that was threatening Israel for many, many years, built by Iran, all this organization, all its operators, all its generals, and the head of the snake, Nasrallah, all lost their lives. And we've managed to basically dismantle the biggest threat to Israel that came from that area. A lot of miracles, a lot of miracles during this war. And I think the fact that you are coming together to stand with the Jewish people, praying for us, praying for the Jewish people, this is what made our hostages come back home. This is what made our soldiers manage to come up with all these brilliant ideas, and to, in 2.5 years, to go from a place of a real existential threat to a reality in which the Middle East is totally different than what it used to be. And we hope that in the next couple of hours, hopefully not more than that, we will see even better and safer Middle East, and actually a better and safer world. So thank you so much for being part of these miracles. Thank you so much.